We want to start the session in Room Mix Global AI Days Bremen. A little bit introduction for you and for Babita. We have three organizers, two MVPs, Sabrina and Sandra, and I'm Ferdi. We have 3 days, today, tomorrow, and on Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. with 2 sessions a day in room mix, in room English, or in room German. Today I can say we have a nice speaker. Babita, it's from Microsoft, the software engineer, and yeah, Babita told us something about harnessing AI for enterprise cloud success. But I think the best topic is cost optimizations and operational excellence. Babita, thank you for your session. Thank you that you are here to sharing your experience. And yeah, it's your stage.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my experience as well as real world scenarios. And before we start, hello, namaste, everyone. I am Babita Kumari, you can call me. I'm a senior software engineer at Microsoft, where I lead transformative digital initiatives to shape the future of enterprise technology. So I have over a decade of experience in cloud solutions and AI integration, and I specialize in creating scalable, secure, and innovative architecture so that drive business efficiency and growth. So beyond my technical expertise, I'm passionate about fostering collaborations, mentoring aspiring tech professionals, and contributing to cutting edge advancements so that could redefine how organization can operate in digital first world. So I'm thrilled to be here today to share insights on harnessing AI for enterprise cloud architectures. But like I said, I love meeting people. I love collaborating with them. So even after my session, you could connect me at the LinkedIn. I will share the link, and then we could have a chat, coffee, whatever you feel comfortable. But I love mentoring as well as I like collaborating. Yeah. So today I'll be covering, if you could see the challenges, what we see in the current world, uh, not in terms of just adoption, but in terms of security, other major challenges which we see, especially the cost. So we have seen many customers asking about how we could reduce their cost. So that's the biggest thing which we will be covering today. Another would be the market opportunity. And what is the solution? Like it cannot be one solution, but at least like in a kind of solution framework, how does the solution framework look like? And the proven impact, like not just the words, not just the numbers, like it has an impact. And what is that? Success story of a real 500 Fortune industry implementation advantage and the roadmap. Most important and most interesting topic for me is future innovation. And when we will conclude, we'll take any questions and I'll share more about me, how we could reach out after, because I understand like I've been doing this for a long, but this is just time to grasp, think over it, give it time, sleep over it. And then if you have questions later on, you could reach out to me like through this community or through LinkedIn directly. So I'm here. Let's get started without further ado. Uh, l- let's taste the real world issues. Excessive operational cost. Manual scaling, that is a major factor, often leads to over provisioning. So one of our clients uh, spends slash was more than 40%, and that we predicted through automated scaling. So we reduced one of our clients just by automatic predictive scaling instead of manual scaling by 40%. That's the number one big challenge. Another one is resource wastage. AI agents identified dormant virtual machines in a multi-cloud setups and relocating resources and improving utilization by 50%. We see every day that There is resource which has been unutilized, and now we have AI agents which could identify virtual machines in any cloud setup, not just like it's if you have hybrid, you have public, you have mixed, then you could just identify using AI agent by 50%. The most concern any client have is the security vulnerabilities. Now we are seeing an average of 4.5 hours to detect threats manually. So if we have to detect threat, it's taken manually for it. But now AI-driven security reduced this to milliseconds. And I'll share that in one of our case studies, but it has reduced of 4.5 hours to milliseconds using our AI-driven security and limited predictive capabilities. So I remember one healthcare provider suffered to 72 hours of downtime due to reactive management. Now AI enables them to foresee and mitigate issues in advance. These are real world challenges, and there could be many more. But the highlighted one are like, yes, uh, we have to foresee that. And then AI agents, as well as AI driven security, and mitigating issues before it could happen is like what we would like to do. Now, we have seen the problems. What, why would anyone will invest in that? But the AI cloud market is projected to reach 263.4 billion by 2027 and growing at a stagger rate of 42.8%. So this is just not a number. It's a reflection of how businesses are actively transforming. And AI is just not a trend, it's actually becoming a fundamental driver for any innovation. Let's look at how this is happening. So, let's talk about auto ML for resource planning. One of the greatest challenges any enterprise face is resource optimization. Auto ML, like if you talk about Google's Cloud AI Hub, automates the process of developing resource models. It eliminates the manual trial and error, helping companies plan better for peak traffic, like let's say you know, our Black Friday, right? Or production burst or seasonal changes. So let's imagine an e-commerce platform leveraging AutoML to predict holiday traffic spikes and dynamically scale resources, avoiding any server crashes and optimizing spend. Now let's talk about AI-driven observability platforms. So tools like Dynatrace or Datadog provide real-time insights into systems and performance. So these platforms don't just monitor; they analyze any anomalies we have, predict outages, and even recommend fixes. For example, a finance services company reduced downtime by 40% when Dynatrace AI identified a failing backend API long before manual logs could detect it. So it's a huge win-win scenario. Let's talk about security automation framework. With threats increasing in complexity, tools like Sentinel-1 or Microsoft Defender are leveraging AI for proactive threat detection. These systems don't just alert, they take action as well. They neutralize them in real time. Just giving alert doesn't make sense. Like I'll look into logs. So this is just kind of one hand the manual logs. But how about they take action? They neutralize in one instance, an enterprise security system flagged a phishing attempt and blocked it within milliseconds. So that's kind of intervention is needed nowadays so that it could protect sensitive data, it could stop the big damage before it could happen. So what's driving this adoption? So let's talk about that. What is causing this kind of an adoption? Enterprises are embracing AI primarily for three reasons. One is cost efficiency, like automating resource planning and optimization eliminates overspending. Then efficiency, AI reduces manual intervention, like I was talking, allowing teams to focus on innovation ideas instead of routine tasks. And competitive edge, companies using AI cloud reports have a 3.5 times advantage in market performance. That's a huge. So these examples, so how AI cloud integration is just not about technology. It's not just a trend. It's about enabling business to operate faster, smarter, and more secure. Now let's move on. Let's move from this opportunity to how we are turning into a tangible solution. So we talked about abstract potential. Now talk about tangible solution. So in addressing the key challenges faced by enterprise in their cloud environments, we have developed and implemented an AI-driven solutions that go beyond traditional methods. So these innovations are transforming how business optimize resource, scalable operations, and scale dynamically. Let me break down the practical AI applications that we are leveraging. First one is predictive resource management. By integrating AI agents like Microsoft Azure Advisor, Azure Monitor, Azure AutoML, enterprise can analyze historical data and seasonal trend to forecast resource need accurately. For instance, a global retail giant reduced over-provisioning by 67%, saving millions annually while ensuring uninterrupted service during high demand periods, like I was saying, Black Friday. So this happened recently. Now, second point is intelligent security framework. Security breaches cost companies millions and damage trust. By using Microsoft Defender for Cloud, Sentinel, and Azure Security Center, business can detect threats in milliseconds and automatically neutralize them. So one of our financial institution experienced a 90% drop in security incidents after implementing AI-powered real-time monitoring and response systems. Now let's talk about a dynamic scaling capability that is different from resource management. How would your platform or infrastructure could scale dynamically? So our Azure Kubernetes Service AKS combined with any AI-driven load balancers can ensure seamless workload distribution across regions. So a media streaming device service which to maintain, let's say 99.9% uptime during a global supporting event that could dynamically scale its infrastructure to accommodate millions of simultaneous viewers. Now, last but not the least, tools like multi-cloud integration. So tools like Azure Arc, Azure Data Factory allows for seamless multi-cloud management, which can enable any unified governance, resource sharing across providers. Let's say if you have to talk about a healthcare organization who successfully migrated sensitive data between public and private clouds, while also reducing latency by 47%, ensuring compliance with the strict data privacy regulations. So as we are talking about the numbers, so these results are definitely profound. What it has helped in any enterprise is to cost reduction by 42%. So we have a report which says enterprises have been reducing the operational cost by 42% by automatic resource management and scaling and deployment. So tools like ARM deployment or biceps using AI enabled could help deployment cycles by 78% and reducing time to market from weeks to hours. So that is the most important. You have the solution, but if it takes weeks, if it takes months to come to the market and somebody has a competitive advantage over it. So the deployment speed has to be faster. If you're thinking about solution, it has to be in market as soon as possible to gain that competitive advantage. Also, security improvements like incident detecting time are now measured in millions, and also they could take an action manually, cutting response time drastically. Like if somebody manual has to intervene and then take an action, that could take definitely significant amount of time, but AI agents could do that over milliseconds, and that could cut response time drastically. So these are what I've talked about are just not theoretical improvements. They are real world transformation that have been driven by AI. My closing thoughts on this solution would be AI enhanced cloud architecture is not just about solving today's challenges, it's about future proofing. So, future proofing enterprise for the demands of tomorrow. The potential is immense, and the journey has actually only begun. So these two are kind of in a combined where I have talked about proven impact. Let's talk about, let me walk you through a real world scenario that highlights the transformation power of AI in the cloud. So a very large manufacturing company was struggling with unplanned downtime and inefficiencies in resource allocation. So while I was working in my previous role as an principal cloud solution architect, I was helping that manufacturing company to overcome and plan that migration. So by integrating AI agents like Azure AI and Microsoft Dynamics 365 supply chain management, they have achieved remarkable results. So leveraging Azure machine learning models, they reduced downtime by 47%. AI detected equipment failures before they happen, enabling timely interventions and uninterrupted operations. So this predictive maintenance, some of these parts come off the out of box by the D365 supply chain management, but infusing AI agents in that, it has helped reduce downtime by 47%. Now let's talk about supply chain optimization, which global manufacturing company has achieved through using Dynamics 365's AI-driven insights. So the company improved inventory turnover by 45%. AI algorithms analyze demand patterns, optimizing stock levels to minimize waste and also reduced cost. Their real-time data processing system has upgraded now, and now it's processed over 850,000 data points per minute with 99.9% uptime. So AI powered dashboards provide actionable insights that can help anybody in real time. Sorry about this. Empowering decision making across teams. So this transformation had a significant business impact, which reduced operational costs by millions actually, and enhancing resource utilization, workforce efficiency, increased production capacity by adding over, like, let's say 17 extra operational layers days per year. So this case study, which talks about cost saving, operational improvements, and it has a performance metrics. Shows shows how AI, when integrated thoughtfully into any cloud environment, can actually drive measurable improvements, enhance resilience, and future-proof businesses for evolving challenges. So, I want to take a pause. I'm not sure if you have any questions at this point, but want to everyone to take a look at this data and see how AI, when integrated thoughtfully into cloud environments, can actually drive measurable improvements. And these are just one of the proven impacts we have. I think we talked about this, how we implement using comprehensive framework, let's say public cloud, a Google Cloud, or private cloud, or the mixed cloud. So we're not talking about one cloud over other cloud, but we just want to show how using any of this cloud framework, any enterprise solutions could have a benefit and could have a competitive edge over the market in terms of resource management, predictive threat model, as well as reducing manual intervention whenever there is a security threat, and also optimizing cost. So there are different types of framework, but which I just want to make sure that not talking about one cloud over other, but every cloud has a special uh, uh, feature one over the other. Let's say if we're talking about Azure, so Microsoft Azure, it has an model training, it has a 1.2 gigabyte monthly processing, uptime of 99.9% is where AWS could have other data lake operations and advantage in queries, advantage in latency, where Google Cloud specializes in AI services and more and NLM processing. So that is all about public cloud, but how about private cloud? When even in private cloud, on-premise infrastructure, This sensitive data processing, as well as 500,000% transaction per minute, as well as enhanced security protocols. So even in a private cloud, we have an competitive edge using AI. So just either you choose public or a private or edge computing, we have an high ends using AI. That's what I was talking about. The competitive advantage if you go through either public, private, or but you'll definitely will have a competitive as using industrial performances. So yeah, I want to talk about future innovation because this is kind of in a what next. We have seen about what's going on, how uh, many hybrid migration versus cloud migrate, the complete public cloud or private cloud migration. We have seen that. But what is the future, though? So the future is just not about AI enhanced operation. It's actually about autonomous systems that redefine cloud computing using AI agents. Let's talk about quantum computing and AI agents. Imagine a workload acceleration up to 100 times faster with AI enhanced quantum systems. For example, quantum AI integration could enable simulations for drug discovery, financial modeling at unprecedented speeds. The use cases for AI agents are like indefinite. We find that in every work area, in every day-to-day area. Let's say we are talking about how we could find a data gap within a system of which is spread across all over the world, like in data MDM data center, or how we could identify the data gaps, which could take years to identify and could cause a loss of billions. AI agent could do that. There are many use cases where some things like routine tasks could be converted into actually workloads or business performance or something like an uh, business rules. So we could have those workloads accelerated up to 100 times faster. So the possibilities use something which we are working on, and I'm working on a part of that thing is self-healing clouds. These systems will actually detect and repair issues without any human interventions. So using AI in platforms like AKS, Azure Kubernetes Services, cloud system can identify anomalies and roll back faulty updates and rebalance workloads in real time. So that is much needed in any cloud, any data center. Like if we are adopting to cloud, if you're going to cloud, many clients have that. Like we still have to investigate, we still have to keep running on some patches. And how we could self heal it? How could it understand what's going on? How could it self updates? There is some potential like which we the system does it right now, but make it 100% self healed. So that is the future. And AI driven orchestration like tools like Microsoft Azure Arc infused with any advanced AI capabilities could enable fully autonomous deployment. So this orchestration manages complex workflows, ensuring minimal downtime and maximum efficiency. One experimental project we are leading leverages reinforcement learning agents to optimize energy across data center. So this is one of the experimental project which we are leading, which to um, how we could optimize energy uses across data centers. So these agents analyze and adapt to real-time energy demands and achieving a 30% reduction in cost while contributing to sustainability goals. So if you know Microsoft, we have a huge effort going into sustainability, and we are trying it across our data centers to how we could reduce any cost, energy. And one big experimental is going through where we are finding helping agents. They are learning to optimize energy across data centers. So let's say innovation does not stop here. With advancement in AI and cloud technology, we are not just solving today's problem, We are building the foundation for an intelligent and autonomous future. Okay, so I urge you to explore how AI agents and platforms now can transform any organization, your organization. The tools exist. It's about aligning them with your business needs. And last, thank you for your time. Let's discuss, collaborate, innovate together, whether it's optimizing resources or securing your cloud. There is a practical AI solution waiting for you at every step, at every corner. So, like I have been repeating myself, AI is just not like an add-on. It is the architect of a smarter, more resilient future. So that's about it. I'll take a leap. Thank you so much for your time again. Like I was saying, let's discuss over any questions you have, and then we can collaborate.
Thank you, Babita, for your session about many facts and figures about around AI, if Microsoft or the Amazon or Google or what else. It's very, very interesting, and I think it's many facts you have shown us. Thank you for this. Attendees, if you have question, you can write in the chat or come on the stage and ask Babita your questions so you get an answer directly. If not, record the session goes to YouTube. If you have in 1 or 2 or 3 days or weeks a question, I think you can connect to this Babita, and Babita can give you the answer if you want.
Yeah, let me put my LinkedIn.
I put your LinkedIn in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
The start from the session, I put it again here.
Yes.
So there is your LinkedIn account. Connect with Babita. It's very, very cool information, I think. And yes, thank you for your session, for the beginning session of the Global AI Days in Bremen, Germany. And